first impression was just, these kids have a lot to say, and it's just fantastic that they've been given the opportunity to put it out there.
An opportunity for them to express themselves, to not only be strong students and strong individuals in the community, but to take pride in who they are and the stories that they have to tell.
Sort of like a diary, visual diary, and also a written diary of their lives.
This is a collaborative artwork between the artist Locust Jones and Refugee Action Support Group students who are at Lurnea High School. We came up with the idea of a workshop and putting an artist with students to combine images and words together. So the idea is that words and images come together and words are powerful.
Linking young refugees, adolescent refugees, into mentors in the community. And in this case, it's about linking up these students with a professional artist and workshopping their stories into a quite dramatic and even large-scale canvas.
There was 25 metres of blank canvas, which would put most artists, professional artists, would give them something, you know. And they've been moving all along the 25-metre scroll, what could be brought from their head onto the canvas. And I found that way of working spontaneous and free and loose. That's what I was trying to express to the children.
They need to feel they have a voice. They need to start to express things using English. And the best way to do that is find the deepest connections they have with the things they love, the things they feel strongly. They could blend using their language and then English and play with that interface. Is a magnificent way for them to start to really feel they have a new identity, a new voice in this new country.
The students, their feelings on the canvas, what they have been going through, yeah, we've put it on the canvas, it's beautiful.
It's very good to do like with a different language, from Arabic to English or opposite of that, so you can like feel the word between your hands.
Language is about sort of finding a way to describe your world. As a literacy foundation, we want to encourage not only the learning of a language and learning how to read in language, but actually for that language to be meaningful. So when we look at something like this painting, we're seeing students not only trying to understand their stories, but trying to find the language to tell those stories. And so in all the work that the ALNF does, it's focused upon the need to communicate.
You know, the concentration, they didn't want to stop. The bell went for lunch, no, let's keep going. If you can get students that engaged in a task where they are free to do whatever they want, but they have to do it using language, then you know they're going to learn.
I don't want to finish, because that's feelings. Feelings sometimes they don't finish. You just want to keep writing. You can't just go up to your friends, oh, boy, I want to tell my feelings. This is that. You know, so but when you go on a canvas, you're just going to tell it. You're just going to keep writing. When you're going to put it out there, people are going to read it. They're going to understand you.
It's really good to let everyone know that you are how much you can do.
All the people from different countries, we can know about them, know their feeling, what they are thinking about.
And it's best, you understand their culture, they understand your culture, and you're just expressing your feelings all together.
And the space was not small, so we have to share.
We can work side by side, and one can be up there and I can be down there, and it's quite nice, sort of nice loose experience.
If you do it like by yourself, it's gonna be really a little bit hard, you know, to take and to put your memories like exactly what you want. But if you can look to other work from other people, so you can take ideas and you can make something inside your mind and you can throw it already.
So when I start writing with with the textures, then I found that it's nothing. Like everybody's writing small with this big canvas. It's gonna take ages. I looked at the table, there's ink, bottle of ink. So I looked at it, I'm like, well, everybody's doing it small, let me do it big, bold writing. I jumped on the table and I just saw all over the place. It felt good, it felt like I let something in. Like, are people gonna see it? Now I can't just gather people around and tell them, oh, I want to tell you my rap, this, that. You know, my feelings. But now everybody can see it. everybody can know what I feel.
So we can share our memories and we can take help from each other, you know?
You can see from the beginning of the canvas where the kids have started off what you'd expect a student, adolescent to come up with, you know, lots of sort of hearts and stars and things like that. And then as they've progressed, you can see they've gone on to telling their stories, so it's quite graphic from there. Further along on the canvas, I think it really comes together when the images and the text combine and they sort of let go a lot more, and there's no sort of borders between each of their stories.
Through the collaborative process, they've actually broken down barriers.
This meant so much to them. It meant an enormous amount, and I learnt a lot watching them about the complexity of the feelings that they had to express, from, you know, fury and grief about what was happening in their country, and then that hopefulness and that new connection and relationship with Australia as a new country. You know, art is a very visceral way immediately to get those feelings out, and I think that's the advantage of an art project.
It's so much to take in, and I think a lot of refugees, especially in the media, they're faceless. They're sort of mediatised to be people that you can't see, people that you don't know their stories about. They're on a boat and from afar, getting that immediate, just understanding the language from them, simple things like homesickness written on a canvas.
Through being free and liberated, then you open up a whole sort of world, you know. You're just cracking it open to actually expose what's really inside, your subconscious or your memory bank. It allows them to go back through all those folding layers of years and bring out the stuff that's inside them. Whether it's personal or political hardships, what they've been through, they really have been passionate about doing that. And they don't want to stop drawing and writing, you know.
They come with such a value for education. They're so happy to be here. They're so grateful to be in a safe country where they can get an education. They value it very, very highly. And yet they come here and they're, you know, bound because they don't have any language, or they don't have the English to express themselves through that. So art projects like this can really open doors. They can immediately start to express those feelings.
I feel really like how to love this work and feel comfortable.
I want to say, if anyone have any feeling inside himself or herself, so they have to take it out.
When I draw or write, like I feel like I'm in another world, that I don't have problems, to show how to respect other people and how to love them, how not to like feel lonely.
I need everyone to see my suffering and how much we like, you know, we miss Iraq, our friends and our school and our houses. And
Let them feel us, you know. Let them just not think about themselves and the peaceful they're living in. Let them think about other people.
Think deeply about this canvas because there's many people from different countries. They can how they are feeling.
So don't keep the suffering inside yourself or the sadness, you know. Just take it out. It's gonna be good for you, and you can feel like more comfortable.
It's been a great experience for them and for me.
When they go to the exhibition, they will be, you know, part of Australian society at large, and people will see their connection with the society, and I think that's fantastic.
And I see an open canvas to say we care about what your story is. If you want students to care about their learning, you have to care about them first, and that's what projects like this sort of demonstrate.